Tasha's trigeminal neuralgia is gone in one visit. And the world is so much brighter. Check out her story. Hi, this is Dr. Ace Thayer, your YouTube chiropractor, presenting the best results on YouTube. Today we're dealing out miracles. You're gonna see Tasha gets so much better. We also took x-rays, full x-ray report on this. Question, do you guys believe in miracles? I'd love to hear your ideas on that. Leave in the comment section. Love you guys, see you guys next time. Hey, Dr. Thayer here with Anastasia. That's she said I got it right. I don't believe it, but I'm gonna keep working on it because I got to get the roll down or something like that, something in there. But we've already talked about her notes. She's texted notes. She just needs to be a little more specific on the things she's doing when you're laying down. Laying down on a what? Couch, bed, maybe in a chair. We want to know where she's laying down, and so that's stuff we need to work on. But she brought me notes, good stuff. Anastasia, tell me how you did. Tell us what you told me out in the waiting room.
I feel sore today.
Yeah, she was telling me all her notes are like sore, everything she was doing. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I feel sore today. My left shoulder seems to have some pain in it instead of this one.
Yeah.
Mostly.
We like to move pain around here because if you come in with pain in the right shoulder and you say, I'll do anything to get rid of the pain, don't be pissed when I move it to the left shoulder because you said you wanted to get it out of the right shoulder. No, anyways, that's just a joke. Everybody always thinks, you just move pain around, Dr. Thayer. No, as the body changes, you compensate for pain, so as I get you better, it changes. So, what else?
I did notice that when I left, because the last few months I've just felt like really foggy, like really like not really alert a whole much. Like,
brain fog kind of thing.
Yeah. I noticed yesterday and even this morning I just felt like, I don't just like free, like just not so like down and stuff like that. I just feel kind of
so a little more positive,
yeah.
And like you're more aware of your surroundings,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you feel like some people say this. They say sometimes they feel like the world's more HD too. It's like almost like everything's clearer too.
Yeah, it feels like that. It just feels good. Like it just feels like a release. Like where when I'm looking at like just even with my son, I have more peace. I just feel like kind of relaxed. Even though if I'm in like a little bit of pain, I just
with
feel
Frankie we called it road rage. She called this is mother rage. This is postpartum. So a little less postpartum, right?
He's adopted.
He's adopted. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It still pisses me off. No, I'm just kidding. But again, that happens because of lack of sleep, guys. And I tell you this all the time. Anxiety, depression comes from lack of sleep, and so also lack of concentration, memory loss, brain fog. Short temper, all that stuff comes from lack of sleep. So tell us about your sleep. This is the girl who says she has woken up at least 4 times a night all her life. Yeah. So tell us about last night.
I slept last night from like 9 to 5 this morning. I didn't wake up. I woke up at 5. I had to use the restroom. And then that's when I kind of noticed. I was like, And then I was trying to figure out where to sleep and how to sleep. But I slept from 9 to 5, and that's a big.
Well, tell us what that is. When's the last time you even remember doing something like that? Besides when you're drunk.
I can't even remember when I've slept like a full, however many hours. Like I can't remember. I wake up like every hour, every 2 hours. Usually it's every 2 hours every single night.
Gotcha. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is that she was in pain a little bit after the adjustment. She has all these notes like shoulders, neck, left, blah, 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 blah. And I go, how'd you sleep? What? The world's clear. Life is worth living. My child doesn't piss me off. Right?
Yeah.
So again, pain does not equate to body getting healthier. So there's body getting healthier, and the path we take is always different. So it's not always pain-free, but again, the sleep tells me that we're on the right path.
Oh, so. And my jaw feels like really not tight.
Good. So come closer. Okay, so go ahead and open your mouth as much as you can. Good. So take a look at the past picture. Her TMJ was really tight yesterday, and she couldn't open her mouth as much, right? Remember that? Good. Oh, you came in for trigeminal neuralgia.
Yeah.
How's the numbness in your face?
I don't have any today.
But that's not unusual to have it. No, you have 4 episodes a day, right?
Yeah, I was having 4 episodes a day. I didn't have anything last week at all.
So this is not unusual yet?
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. So we'll just see. So she'll have
Actually, the tingling is I was having that constant. The tingling was constant.
Gotcha.
The
sharp
shocks
pain.
were, the sharp pain were the ones that were.
It kind of mitigated.
Yeah, come and go.
So how about the numbness and the tingling?
I don't have it today.
So that's better.
Yeah.
So again, you guys know. We just, like I said, deal out these miracles just like they're candy out here, and so she's already feeling better with her trigeminal neuralgia, and that's what she came with her. Her Christmas wish was to get rid of this, and we're on the right path.
Yeah.
It feels like we're on the right path, right?
It does.
Gotcha.
It does, yeah.
And so she called her husband. What'd you tell your husband about this experience?
I just told him that I know it's gonna work and how I felt, and he's just excited for me and just ready for me.
I love the way she explains it because she's so excited about being here. So it's always fun to hear her talk about that. You ready to adjust it? Next adjustment?
Yeah.
Get on your back, please. I wonder if I'm ever gonna get tired of talking. You think I would? I don't know. Like it just, I'm worded out. There's no one. I can't talk anymore. I wonder if that'll ever happen.
Probably not.
I wonder if you just talk so many words. You only have 100 million words, and after that, no more. So just relax. This adjustment should go easier, okay? And I can't wait to see how you do. So how was that compared to yesterday?
It was
Did you need a cigarette after that or something?
No.
Sorry, husband. You and I we're the only two who've seen that face before.
It felt so good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. One more, okay? Now, just a quick sharing of how that was different than yesterday's adjustment.
I felt like I adjusted way more.
Yeah, and you guys can rewind and see that. Yeah. How about sensitivity-wise?
What do you mean,
Like, did it hurt less, more, or the same? Did it feel the same?
It felt a little bit more stronger, but it didn't hurt.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's Tuesday, first day of her first week. So thanks for watching. So Anastasia is doing better, and so the thing that we've talked about for a few minutes is that I wanted to talk about her dad. Is dad right or dad? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she brought her parents down, and they're helping with her child and supporting her down here. And tell them what you told me a minute ago about what your dad said.
He told me today that I just feel like I have some life back in my eyes. I had been really depressed and a lot of anxiety the last few months and just down because I didn't feel well. And he saw it, they were helping me through it. And just the last few days, even yesterday when I got my first adjustment, I just felt like a clarity, like a fog just kind of go away. And I've just been feeling more aware and alert and I'm there, I'm mentally, I'm there and I'm present wherever I am, which I didn't feel that before.
And the depression, the depression thing.
Yeah, the depression, it's not 100% gone, but I feel like it's going away. And I feel like my dad said, my life is back in my eyes.
That's awesome. And I love that story.
Yeah.
And so it's only been 12 hours, guys.
Yeah.
And so it hasn't been days, 12 hours. And how long have you been suffering with this crippling kind of Eeyore thing going on?
That has been happening for about a year. About a year, yeah.
And so 12 hours is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Happening so quickly.
Yeah.
And the best part about this is that she feels it, but it's not that she feels it, but the people that love her around her see it. They see it. And they're not just going, oh, honey, you're doing so good. We support you. No, they're like, oh, you're looking good. Yeah. And so no medication.
No.
And she's not medicating herself right now either. And I told her, don't medicate yourself all week. I wanted to see what this how this works. And she's had to medicate herself every day before. So awesome. That's a good story. Tell us about the pain your left side too that you had yesterday.
Yeah, I just had a lot of pain in my neck and my shoulders.
And how has that changed after this morning's adjustment?
It's the pain that I had this morning on my shoulder was there after the adjustment. It's gotten way better.
Yeah. So things are still improving.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, just relax, you know. Excellent. I love this girl's attitude. I mean, she doesn't even know what she's getting into, and she's just, you know, the thing that I love about her is that it's happening so naturally. A lot of times I see other patients and they try to force it. There's something about the way she's accepting the adjustment. It's just so natural. So I love watching this, and it seems like it should be the simplest thing. It should be happening for everybody, but it's just you can see it unraveling. Like she could see the miracle of life coming back in her eyes. So I like this video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys next time. Okay, with Anastasia, and she is a Wednesday first visit. She did wonderful on our last video. We're standing up because we're going to talk about how things changed. And so she did worse after this adjustment. Not worse, horribly worse, but a lot of things that she had before sort of came up. Migraine came back. Face tingles that she got rid of the day before came back. And so I'm going to touch on this subject about regression, about retracing. Retracing is the idea that your body has to kind of go back through history of how it got you here. So you are here at the long end of a long line of dominoes that have fallen down. And so all the things that brought you in here are a culmination of years of problems. So as we fix her, we start lifting those dominoes, and so she's feeling symptoms she hasn't felt in years or hasn't felt like this. So it's popping things up, and those are opportunistic symptoms that happen, and it's on the way to getting better. Now the good thing about her is that she slept. Tell us how you slept.
I slept good. I slept from like 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's like the longest span I think I've had. Well, yet last night I slept the same. But
10 to 5.
Yeah.
Now just 10 to 6.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's still sleeping good. So again, I did this in another video that just because she has these symptoms coming up doesn't mean she's not doing better, because the sleep is sensitive to what I do. And so we're still on the right path, but she's feeling some symptoms because her body is changing. It's unchanging, it's regressing. Okay, so tell us also how you felt. So just so they know, because I don't want to put all the words in your mouth. When you left here, the tingling came back pretty much right away. The migraines. Tell us about this.
After the last adjustment, maybe like a few minutes later, I started feeling like a migraine coming on, and then once the migraine hit, I had like face tingles, just like in this area right here. I didn't get no shocks. I haven't had any. And I'm able to like brush my teeth, and I'm able to eat. I still avoid eating on this side just because I'm like scared. But that came back.
We want you to eat on that side. Try it today, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So we can see. We also taught her something yesterday, right? We taught her posture stuff. So that can also be a contributing factor to this. So so we're going to work on the posture again today. I just wanted to be, again, full disclosure. Nobody gets better in a straight line. And so just because we had an unbelievable day yesterday doesn't mean every day is going to be like that. So it's about not only adjusting, but also teaching and educating. So we're doing that more too. Okay. So and one more thing, she just had her first massage here. I want you to tell them how wonderful the massage was.
It was so good. I've been to massage therapists before, and none of them have hit the points that she hit, and it hurt, but it was like a good hurt. Like I felt, and I could feel how relieved like my body feels right now, how like less tense I feel, especially like in this, even in my jaw area, like
good. Tense. Again, so when you come out here, we always recommend to get a couple massages, but she's, people have been loving her, so I want to get on camera. So again, we encourage that. So thank you for that. Let's get you touched on your backs.
Okay. Do I need to scoot up?
And you're doing perfect right there. So we're going to do the same adjustment we did yesterday. Okay, and so since you've been a massage, it should go even easier. Good, nice. Excellent. Okay. So that's her story to this moment, and we're going to do another video in a couple hours, and we'll let you see how she's doing. So thanks for watching so far. So this is Anastasia's. Am I saying it right? I'm not saying it. Is it pretty close?
Yeah,
okay. Well, because I keep thinking I'm saying it differently. But this is her second visit on Wednesday. Today we're going to go over X-rays, and so her X-rays are pretty bad. So you guys get to see this, and she hasn't seen them yet. But we've been talking about her for a while, or talking about her symptoms for a while, because she's done this her whole life, and she doesn't realize how bad she has been her whole life. And these symptoms today are not just the culmination of the last 7 months; it's a culmination of a lifetime of stuff. And so you're going to see this and why it's so bad on our X-rays, and it's plain as day. And again, if you're a chiropractor not taking X-rays, you're missing the boat on these things, because you got to know what you're dealing with so you can fix somebody. So how did you do between last adjustment and this adjustment? I'm kind of curious.
Good. I did good. I feel like I have like a little migraine right now.
Interesting. Okay. And so when did it start?
I noticed like a little bit right when I started to get in the car. I noticed like my head was just kind of, I just wasn't feeling really well.
Right in the car?
Yeah.
How about the walk around the block?
That was fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So do you notice that note there, guys? So that's an important note, and I ask these questions all the time. She just got to it a little faster than most people the first week. Is that the walk around the block was not the problem. It's the sitting in the car. So it sounds like her car seat could be the issue. So to have somebody take pictures of you in the car, and we'll take a look and see what it looks like. We already went over with somebody else today, but it's important. Positions are everything.
Okay.
And so if the car's hurting you, the car's hurting you, okay? So anyways, that's good. That's the reason why you take notes, guys. That's a perfect example of a note right there and why it's important, because it tells me where things screw up. And that was only about 15 minutes after I adjusted you. Good. Okay, so how about the facial numbness too?
I ate. I was scared to eat on this side like you told me earlier, but I ate on this side and I didn't get no shocks.
Good, perfect.
I did have a little bit of tingles after, just like right here, just a little bit, but it didn't lead to anything else.
Gotcha. Okay, so good. We challenged the side. Again, her pain over there is pain there because she's had all these problems. But now that we're solving the big problems, that's going away. And so I wanted her to not be so scared, because if she keeps continuing to eat on the left side, she'll create more problems. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Good. So let's go to anything else you want to share.
No.
Good. You feel sleepy?
I'm tired today.
Yeah, look at, and that's a good thing, guys. Just like we talked about. You know, tired means success, because tired means that your body's relaxing, and she's relaxing. So I love it. So she's hurting herself in little odd ways, and that's to be expected, because again, things are changing. Maybe take a look at X-rays.
Yeah.
Okay, follow me. Okay, stand right here. Good. So this is your spine, okay? And so what we want to do is we want to see where this pink line is. The pink line is in the middle of your body, okay? And so we're going to look to see where your head is relative to that. And you can see it's right of center, about 2.84 millimeters, not a ton. The big thing you have going on is that you have this head tilt. So it's not straight, it's tilted like this, okay? That's what this arrow is right here. This arrow says what side of your body's leaning, and this arrow points to your jaw. Not a ton of TMJ, even though she says she has a lot. On the right side is TMJ. But her jaw is actually pretty square. I think her pain comes from her trigeminal neuralgia like she had, and not her jaw so much. Even though she has trouble opening her mouth, it doesn't look that bad on this x-ray. Okay? Any questions about this view?
No.
Okay, let's go to her low back. And so far, so good, guys. If you look at this, it doesn't look that bad, right? We have a 7-degree curve here. We have a right short leg of 7 millimeters. We have a little bit of pelvic rotation here, constipation through here. But you can see it's not that unstraight. Her upper body's pretty straight, and her lower body's only 7-degree curve. If you were a normal chiropractor, you would say, You're doing pretty good. But it's not that good because when you see the side view, you'll see what's going on. But any questions about this?
No.
Good. Okay, so again, constipation through here, posture through here, just a sway back. She has, it's not the perfect posture, but it's not awful. I don't see a lot of evidence of arthritis. Things are looking pretty standard for her. Okay, now again, everything is the neck. And this is where I said everything was really bad. And so this neck is wall out. And the neck should be shaped like this yellow line. So you're like, that's not that bad. Well, the thing that's amazing at her, which is absolutely insanely bad, is this atlas. And so this atlas is in the right angle, actually. It's pointing down. But the problem is that she's worn off at least 3/4 of this thing. It looks like a crescent moon. And I don't see that very often because this bone is actually worn off on that bone. And so how is that possible? Well, what happens, again, this part of the spine, this arrow right here, is going the wrong way so much that it forces itself up there. Except she has done it, she's done herself a disservice by probably doing something to her neck that makes it even worse. And you see the evidence of teeth wear right here. Her teeth are really worn out. And the reason they're worn out, because this is so much pressure up here, it drives her crazy. So she grinds her teeth at night. And she grinds her teeth so badly that she puts so much pressure on her enamel that she just breaks her teeth down. So it's not just about bacteria, it's about her breaking physically down. If she doesn't do anything about this, these teeth will be just pulverized in the next few years. They'll just keep getting worse. Okay, but again, so this is her in a bad position, yet she wants to keep her head up here. So she drives her head up into the air, and she forces this bone down in here, and she feels this is sandpaper. So when you move your neck back and forth, you hear this. You're grinding that bone on that bone, and you're listening to it all day long, every day. But you do it like really aggressively. Probably because, I don't know why, because it doesn't, this spine looks bad, but it doesn't look that bad. There has to be something she's doing that she just does inherently bad that she doesn't even realize she's doing it. We'd have to get more into her details of what's going on. But this is where the migraines came from. This is where all your problems came from. Okay. Now the other thing is this hook right here, big old huge hook on the back of her head. And so why is that there? It's there because her posture's been bad for so long. Bone is actually growing into the muscles here, and you see the evidence of that being there. She's only 36, right? Yeah. So young lady with a lot of extra growth, a lot of extra problems, and all in her neck. This arrow points to a little bit of arthritis. Not the worst arthritis, but this bone is wore out bad. Bad. So any questions about that?
So what do I do with that? Nothing?
Nothing. You're stuck with it the rest of your life. What you do is you want to try to get as much life out of it as you can. Okay, so again, left untreated, you'll still continue the same thing. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually taking that arrow right there, I'm adjusting into that arrow, into that curve, to try to create the proper curve. The proper curve will take pressure off that atlas. And by taking pressure off the atlas, your brainstem, what fits right in here, won't get poked anymore.
Oh, okay.
And so what's happening right here, I can almost see this when you sit in the car, you do something where you sit in the car and you slouch a certain way, and then you can't see maybe your height or something, maybe it's a tall car or something, and you look up to try to see over the steering wheel or something. Something you're looking up. You're grinding your head somehow because this has not happened because of just the spine shape. It's you doing something too. And so we'll talk about that more as we go along, but these are the notes we take. And so we'll find these things out as we take more notes. But again, evidence of really bad wear. Now this will never come back, it'll never get better, but we can make your body live with it better.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions? Other questions?
So what causes the trigeminal neuralgia?
Again, this posture going the wrong way, this pressure on this this atlas puts pressure on the brainstem. The brainstem, all the cranial nerves branch off there.
Okay.
So because of leverage, remember I talked about the spine, how it being levered one or the other, it creates that torque. And that torque pulls on your cranial nerves.
Yeah.
And so it pulls on it enough that sometimes it just loses slack and it just all of a sudden starts shooting pain down there because the nerve is just getting pulled.
Yeah.
And so it can be hearing, it can be vision, it can be trigeminal neuralgia, it can be Bell's palsy, it can be, I mean, you can all have a lot of things. It depends on which nerve is being yanked on. And so I wish I knew the answer to how that works exactly. But again, it's just about leverage. And so when I balance the body simply works better and allows the nerves to work the way they're supposed to. So instead of being pulled, it just lets it go, it relaxes. So again, when you sit in the car today, what happens is that you did something to cause the pull again. And so that's why we're trying to figure out what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Other questions?
So the more you do the adjustments, the better the pressure will get on the back.
Yeah, and the reason why is because the more we shape that neck, this curve, the proper way, it'll draw attention off that atlas.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what an actual good one looks like, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Sure?
Yeah.
You look like you have another question?
No, I don't. Okay.
Let's go back in the room. I'll follow you. What's that? You taking x-rays? Mm-hmm. Oh. One here. Okay, come right here. Take a look at this real quick. So this is how it's supposed to look.
Okay.
And they'll take you back there, take some pictures of your x-rays. You can take a picture of this and look at your hotel room later and see what the difference is. So this curve is the natural curve of the neck. You see this bone right here? Yours is actually in the right direction, which is usually not the case. But see how round this is back here? You've worn off the entire bottom half. So normally when it goes bad, it looks like this, just a little flat spot. But yours is like a dome. And so you've shoved that lower bone into the top one, and it's like wraps around it now. So it takes a lot of effort to screw up that much. Congratulations. Okay, so good spine, bad spine leads to arthritis, worse arthritis. You're not in that bad of arthritis. You're between here, and your arthritis in your neck. So it's not horrible. A little bit maybe here in your low back. But again, when you do nothing, it'll get worse. Okay? Any questions about any of this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good. So let's get you adjusted again.
Okay.
We're going to work on your neck the same way, except this time I'm going to work on a little bit of muscle work on your upper neck to try to relax this part of the bone, this part of the muscle that is causing your migraines.
Okay.
Okay, on your back, please.
Thank you.
Is that better? Anastasia wants to look good. She doesn't want to. Frankie doesn't care. Okay. So this is where your headaches all come from, right up in here.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And I'm putting pressure on her suboccipital muscles, guys. So I'm going to first adjust the curve of her neck, and then we're going to come back and work on the symptom of her neck. And you go, why would I work on the symptom? Well, because sometimes when you make changes to the structure just the muscles don't like it when you're changing the structure. So we have to kind of baby her a little bit. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to put her in the chair after this. Okay. Okay. And to put pressure like this, it feels different, doesn't it?
Yes.
It feels lighter again, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so what she's doing in the car, she's doing something to mess us up. So please take those pictures in the car so I can see what's going on.
Okay.
Good. You want to sit up for me? I'm going to have you sit right here, kiddo. And this is going to hurt a little bit. Just try to work with me here. What we're doing is we're working on these muscles where the headaches come from. Right? And you can tell them how good this feels. A no answer means it does feel good. 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 Dizzy?
A little bit.
Yeah. Headache still?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So again, we're right in the right spot. You can see that it's affecting her pretty tremendously, and so we'll get her take on how things are going on Friday. So, anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good.
See you guys next time.